morning, or maybe afternoon or good evening for some. How's everybody doing? Let's make sure the mic is working. Everybody sees. Okay, all right, all working. Hey. Oh, I hear you, Malcolm. Rocking away, isn't it? Welcome, everybody. Glad to have you here. For those that don't know, my name is Rick. Rick Sadler, founder of Hit and Run Candlesticks. I'm here as a guest. Ed keeps inviting me back on Mondays, every Monday here at 11:45 Eastern. So if you're new here, if you received an email or something, just keep in mind we're here every Monday at 11:45 Eastern. Thank you very much, Ed. Appreciate it. What I want to do today is talk about some charts, share some insight on the scanner, maybe share some insight on the charts, things like that, answer whatever questions that I can answer. Basically, it's an intraday webinar on trading. So let's find what we can find. Let's do what we can do. I do appreciate it. Okay, let's see here. I have a question here. Let's see. CPN Texas. Oh, hey. On LTA Scanner Open, when the scanner lists display, they are pre-configured to scan the list of all LTA symbols. How can you change the scan? Oh, that's easy. Here, let me show you that really quick here. Let me bring this over here and make it stays on top. Okay. So all you have to do is wherever, see, I'm already on the CBOE, so I'm going to change to something. You would, wherever you are, you can change to the CBOE. So say I only wanted to see the S&P 500, just come over here and click on that. That's all you have to do. And then click Save, and it's done. Another thing, let me just click Stop Scanning here for a second. Another thing you can do is if you want multiple scans, hold the Control key down, and S&P is already checked. You can check the Russell 1000, the NASDAQ, CBOE, the Qs if you want. And now all those are done. So all you have to do is just click one of those boxes. There's also a way to make your own list. If you want your own list, I can run through that really quick today, but I don't want to, make that all long and drawn out. But it is super easy to do. I'm not going to save this. I'm actually going to cancel it, and that'll keep it right where it was. Okay, let's see. Texas is asking, on my configuration does not show a save button at the bottom. You might want to, I don't know, that's going to have to be an Ed question then. There's no, are we sure that one, we're looking at the properties? Yeah, Ed may have to answer that. I don't know about that. You may not. I mean, you have this at the top, I assume, Texas, is that right? You have the list here. You do. Okay, cool. There you go. Ed, so for you, Texas, thanks, by the way. Thanks for the question. And sorry I couldn't help you, but if for you or anybody that would like to hang around after my webinar, and believe me, I'm going to be 45 minutes, 50 minutes tops, then Ed will be here and answer those technical questions that it's just over my head, okay? I don't get the cool credentials to do that. So, all right, so I'm going to click cancel so it keeps mine right where it was. So I'll just do that. See, nothing changes. Thank you very much for the question there. I do appreciate it. It's nice to have questions. It really is. Okay, thanks a lot. So a few positions that I'm in today, I bought some BB. I think BB is setting up. Some people don't like it. If you don't like it, don't have to trade it. Not every trade I trade is for everybody. Not every trade that you trade is for me. I do like it the way it's setting up. We have a nice little bottom here. I like it that the Trendicator has turned green. I like it that we're over the 50 period moving average and the 200 period moving average. I like it because it's a 3/8 trap. I like it because we had this breakout and now we're pulling back in the 3/8 trap. Cool thing about this is I don't have to chase these around because the scanner does it for me. And this is one of the trades that was coming up on the scanner. And it's actually, I do believe, let me double check, BB. No, BB was not one of the stocks on my watch list today. So it started popping up on the scanner. These will also pop up pre-market for anybody that does not know that. I sit here in the morning and I'm getting all kinds of alerts pre-market. Not nearly as many as when the market actually opens, but I do get those alerts, so they do come up pre-market here. So anyway, I bought some BB for those that are interested. I bought the November $10 calls. And, you know, as far as a target, first of all, let's break out. If somebody needs some kind of target, well, I don't know. I might have to look for something in the 1350 area. So from here up, this is my trading world. We'll just say where from there. That's 21%. I'm not saying at all that I'm going to wait for that target. Buying the option, man, we just start breaking out and moving up. I'm going to make plenty of money. I may be able to sell that right off. So a terrific swing trade here in this. Another one that I bought this morning, which it's not a 3/8 trap. It's a completely different strategy, which is for this, I'm not sure it's a strategy. It's kind of a wild card trade. We are down here at a double bottom. We got a little bullish today. It's going to need to follow through. My stop's going to stay relatively tight here. Let me just paint that red. There we go. That kind of clues me in for a stop. This is a wild card trade. It really is. There's no logic to this trade as far as the chart goes for me. I'm not a bottom picker, so this is really out of my realm. Other than it's just simply a lottery ticket, a flyer, a Hail Mary, that type of thing. So there's no logic to this trade, but I did take the trade. CVS, try this again. CVS, I took this trade Thursday or Friday. I can't remember now, to be honest with you. So we're doing pretty good on it, up just shy of 10%. Probably took it Friday now that I think about it. Just shy of 10%. We've got a breakout here. Not too concerned about it right now. After 3 days up and a brand new breakout, logic tells me it's going to consolidate a little bit. I just don't want it to consolidate like this. You know, I don't want it to consolidate down. If it wants to consolidate sideways, that's okay because that's actually setting up another trade. And that just might push us up to where we start making some good money there. Bought some NIO today. Quick question, and I'll come back to Rickster here. Quick question. Is there somebody here that's not a member of Hit and Run Candlesticks or Right Way Options? Don't answer if you are a member. It'll just clutter. David, you're not a member of Hit and Run Candlesticks or Right Way Options. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Patrick, okay. Calvin, cool. Wow, more than I thought already. Well, that's fantastic. Mike G, holy moly. All right. South Bay, Al, Dave, way to go. Way to go. Cool. What I was going to say is I don't know if you guys know it. I am assuming all hit and run candlesticks and all right way option members know this, which I probably shouldn't assume it, but maybe they do. I want to show you something here. I'm going to pull down, I don't know if I've never done this before. Whoa, you can do this. All right. I want you to look right here at this column over here. All right. Here's where I want you to look, right over here. And when I run the hit and run candlesticks room, and Doug Campbell runs the right way options room. If you're a hit and run candlesticks member, when I post in here, and I post when I buy things. I bought my big, I post, and this is seconds after I buy it, this time here, okay? I buy it and then I post it right away. That's the next thing I do. It takes me just a few seconds to type this out and send it out. And here's where I bought NIO. I bought this December calls. That should say strike, not strict. 35s. Here's where I bought BB November calls, $10 strike. And I want to point this out because if you're a member of one of those, if you're a member of Hit and Run Candlesticks, you also have the ability to download an app that you will get this on your app. And you don't have to be in the room. You could be out playing golf, fishing. You could be doctoring, taking care of a patient, and you'll get this on your alert, or get this on your smartphone. And it's the same thing with Right Way Options. If you're a member of those, you will get what Doug puts out there. If you're a member of both, then you'll get both. I wanted to point that out. I'm assuming members already know this. For those of you that are not members, maybe you just learned something new. I don't know. Maybe it matters to you, maybe it doesn't, but I wanted to share that with you, okay? So the point I'm trying to make here is, let's see, NIO, we're up 8.5% right now. There were several people in the Hit Run Candlesticks room that bought this because it was coming up on their LTA scanner. Nice 3/8 trap, nice little trend. A lot of things in here that everybody may have something a little bit different set up on the scanner. Take Malcolm there, for instance. He's a big scanner user, and I'm a big scanner user, but we may not use the exact same thing. Not exactly. We may be very similar in a few scans or a lot of scans, but there could be some differences. But I know that we were both getting NIO popping up here, and I know that several people bought this in the room today. So when I bought this, I posted it out in the room there, and it also went out to those that have the app. So that's a thought. That might get you some alerts, and if you don't have the scanner. Of course, if you do have the scanner, then you can have all the alerts. They're all there. And if you need some help with them, I offer anybody, be glad to help out. So you just have to contact me, okay? You just have to say so. You can contact Ed and say, hey, I want some business with Rick, and I want Rick to share some scans with me because I can't possibly share everything today, right now. And everyone's a little different. All right, really quick, I'm going to come back up here because I said that I would come back to Rickster here. Ed, and he's asking Ed a question. Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody, for answering there. I'm very surprised. Glad to see folks here that's not a member. Which scan was that triggered on? Well, I'm looking now to see if it's on one at this moment, and it's not. It's not. So any 3/8 scan, and I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me build it. Rickster, do you have the scanner? No. Well, in that case, it really wouldn't matter, would it? Wouldn't matter. So building it for you here wouldn't matter. But I can tell you that this might have come up, and I don't see it right now because I have mine set up to alert when it makes a new day high. And if it makes a new day high, it'll pop up on a couple scans. In fact, I would bet it'll pop up on this scan right over here if it makes a new day high here. And I'll keep my eyes out for it, okay? Came up on the Jenny scan. Let's see, where's my Jenny? Jenny. Where'd she go? There it is. Yeah, it would have come up on the Jenny, but for me, it needs to make a new day high for it to come up, okay? So I will keep an eye on that if it does. But I can tell you, here's some things that I have built into some, not all the scans I use. Things I might have is the Trendicator trending, and it is, and then a rise and a pullback into the 3/8 trap. The 3/8 trap is this area right here. The green dot, that's a moving average, the 3, and the black is the 8. This is a class that Doug will be teaching on this Thursday, in fact. This 3/8 trap, a lot of really good information will come out. About a 3-hour class. So anyway, so that is a basic of the 3/8 trap. I know that another 3/8 trap another 3/8 setup that I have on another scan is requiring a moving average to cross over a moving average. Whoops, that's an ugly color, isn't it? Let's do this one. A moving average crossing over a moving average, then pulling back into a 3/8 trap. For instance, here's the Qs, and we've got the Qs moving up and back. This particular alert, I'm looking for the 10 crossing over the 20 and then a 3/8 trap. Let's see, here's one, the 817 SVXY, the 17 crossing over the 8 crossing over the 17 crossing over, which it did, crossed over right here, and now we have a 3/8 trap. DNA is coming up on both of those, and we'll see what that looks. That's a kind of an ugly chart, but it is doing what I've asked it to do. Both the 20s crossing the 10 and the 17 the 8's crossing the 17, and we're in that trap. So there's several ways that I might get there. It's just a different method, and I have 3 or 4 scans, maybe even 5 or 6, that look for the 3/8 trap, but they get us there in a little different way sometimes. So anyway, thanks. Let's see. And Rickster, did I answer the 3/8 trap question? Which scan? Yeah, I want to make sure I got you answered. But like I say, if you don't use the scanner, then no sense in showing you the scanner there. Let's see. Where are we here? Okay. All right. So here's some charts that I'm kind of following and looking at. LSCC. LSCC has broken out here. This is one that I'm considering entering. The reason I am, one, it's coming up on the scanner. 2, we've got a nice little trend working here. 3, let's see, we're down, we're up, we're down, we're up. Right here, this breakout, we now have a bullish W pattern in here. These are the kind of things that I look for. These are the kind of things that pop up on the scanner. For whatever it's worth, I see NIO is popping up, making a new day high. Was that the one we were talking about? Can't remember. NIO. And this is actually coming up on one of my alerts that looks for a 3/8 trap in the past 3 days, and then it's breaking out of my top trap line, if you will. That would be the green candles in there. For those that don't know, I'm the last guy in the world, and I do mean the last guy in the world, that is going to be buying a chart right here. I'm the last guy in the world. I'm the last guy in the world that's going to catch it right here. I'm just not going to do it. It's not the way I trade. It's not my cup of tea. You know, I'm not after a trick entry. Let me change this. Trick entry would be some snazzy, always chasing the bottom. Probably should do that like this. Always chasing that bottom. That's not me. I don't believe that that's what trading is. I don't believe that's where your trade is. I believe your trade is looking at a chart pattern and being able to find where it may want to go from there. And I would say that this might be a little spot right here. And of course, the 200 period moving average right here. Now, we don't know. One, there's absolutely zero guarantee it's going to get to that first line. And second, we don't know if it's going to stay there. We'll give it a little bounce. Could be intraday, could be a couple of days. And we don't know if it's going to continue up, which that was poorly done. Probably should do that in green, right? We don't know if it's going to continue up. And we don't know if it's going to pull back. Anyone tells you different is full of bullpucky. All we can do is find the setups, the chart setups, use price action, the candlestick signals, things like wedges, pivots, flags, things like that, 3/8 trap, which a 3/8 trap, the reality is it's just a really nice flag. That's what it is, okay? Or it can be a really nice rectangle, what we call pop out of the box setup. And the scanner can just define those. It's really cool. It can just simply define those. And then what we're going to do is we're going to follow price. I'm running out of colors here. Let's try black. We're just going to simply follow price until we decide it's gone too high, maybe based on the fact it's just gone too high, or some sort of a sell signal maybe, or maybe you've reached your goals and you're completely happy with taking half off the table or all off the table. Pretty simple, really. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. I just wanted to point NIO. It popped up here on that scanner. Moving up, made another little high. It's trying to do it again. Yeah, it really is. Go, go, go. Okay. Here, deer is popping up. Let's do this really quick. I'm gonna delete the 50, and we're gonna delete the 200. Okay, because I don't want those to get in the way of this. There we go. All right. So let's think about how a chart goes higher. A chart goes higher when there's more buyers than sellers. Sounds pretty basic. You've heard that before. No secret there, okay? And when we see more buyers, or let's do it this way. Let's put that up there, okay? Let's just assume that this chart runs up there. To get there, it's going to have to get here first. Then it's going to have to get here first. It's going to have to get here first before it gets there first. It's going to have to get here first before it gets there first. And we'll put one more in here. It's going to have to get here first before it gets here. Now, you're probably wondering, what in the hell is he trying to do here? Well, we're going to add one more. Before it gets here, it's going to have to get here. And getting here, what does getting there mean? it means it broke out. So if you're looking for breakouts, this is a terrific strategy for breakouts. A 3/8 trap in the past, because this is no longer a 3/8 trap today. It's broken out of the 3/8 trap. So take that 3/8 trap, whether you call it a 3/8 trap or not, it doesn't matter. It's just simply a chart that's showing, maybe you see this right here, you see the inverted head and shoulders, you see the breakout here. Fantastic. And then you see the consolidation. Okay. So when do we start shopping for this? Look, there's going to be traders that bought it in here. That's just a fact. There's going to be traders that buy it down here. That's a fact. If you're one of those, great if it works out for you. But if you're a trader that says, you know what, I truly believe that if a chart breaks out, which this is me, I truly believe that if a chart breaks out, this candle right here, that is a sign that there's more buyers than sellers. That is a sign that the probabilities are that it's going to go higher. Now, while it may not go just like that, it may have, some pullbacks in there, which anyone who doesn't think that you're high on crack or something or smoking dope. But that's okay. We all, every now and then, smoke that crack, smoke that dope. We think a chart's just going to do that. They don't usually do that. All right, that's off track what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is once this happens, that is one of the best signs a person can possibly have, I think. One of the best signs, which means there's probably 5 other signs. But this is one of the best signs that this chart has a high probability of going higher. A higher probability of going higher than it had right here. Even right here. Even this breakout. This is a higher probability because we've now broken out. And there we go. And the scanner has a way to find those. Okay, we're going to look at those now that I think about it today. We'll just kind of stay on these for a little bit. So it has a way to do those. So how do we trade something like this? Well, I'll show you how I trade it. How you trade it might be different, but I'll show you what I do. When I see a chart that breaks out like this, there are some times that I buy it. Yep, sometimes I'm just going to get right in it. That is true. Now, while I did not get into DEER, I did to get into NIO, and NIO is doing this. So on DEER, you can certainly buy it. You put your stop in. The only thing you can do now is let the chart work. And you monitor the chart based on price action, whether it hits your stop, whether it's still going up, things like that. You might even throw a little market direction in there. But if you don't buy it right away, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put what I call the buy box in there. Now remember, I'm going to change, instead of my little circle, we're going to use that as a target. You know what? And let me smarten this target up just a little bit. Let's go right to here. There we go. That's a little more accurate and a little more realistic than up here, at least for a swing trade. Okay. So let's do this. We're actually going to do this because this would be my trading world right here. This is my trading world. And we better drop that down. There we go. 7.6%. Now I can tell you that I'd be trading an option, which means that in fact, if it was bought, I'm actually going to adjust this. Yeah, I have to figure out how to do it. There we go. I'm actually going to adjust this to about half this box right here. So let's just call it an even 7%. With an option, you're actually going to be up closer to 15 or even 20% on this, just the way options work. So I'm going to take this now and based on what we have. Now, today's not over. So a lot of things could change. I might have to adjust that a little bit at the end of the day. But tomorrow, I will be looking for a buy inside this box here. And I really don't care if I end up buying it right here, or even at the bottom. And maybe even on a breakout. Because we think that we have a high potential of getting up into this area. but it was kicked off with this candle right there. And this is one of the cool things about the scanner. You can set it up to find those. And this is not a one-off, okay? NIO is doing it. TQQQQQ is doing it. NUE is doing it. See? Was in a 3/8 trap in the past, I think it's 3 days, and we're breaking out. SVXY, and I'm just showing you this is not just a one-off. I mean, they're out there. And another thing I want to show you is my watch list is a CBO 400, which is 400 stocks. And then I've got some add-ons, and my add-ons are like a couple of stocks that are in there, and the spiders are in there, because all the spiders are not always in this. So I want to make sure that there's some charts that are just not in this stock. So I create my own little list, and I can tell you right now, there's just a few stocks. I don't even remember what they are now, but I do know the spiders are in there because I want those in there, because I want to see if those are setting up for this particular scan right here. You know, if they're working. Excuse me. Let's see, tech. So let's go back to you know, that deer or NIO is not a one-off. It's not a, oh, it was just one out of everything. First, you have to understand that I'm using a very narrow watch list compared to most people. Most people are watching every stock under the sun because they think they need to. I'm watching 400 plus 20 maybe, 10, 15, let's say 20. So 420 stocks, that's it. That's all I'm watching. And I'm getting plenty popping up here. Let me make this stay on the top. There we go. Here's LCID. This is the kind of stuff the scanner can do for you. Now, hang on one second, please. Thank you. I just had to clear my throat there. I had to turn both the mic off and the recorder off. Okay, so this is one of the things the scanner can do for you. It can get you these breakouts. And most traders, what am I looking for here? Most traders will assume, and I think they are correct, when you have a breakout, there's a high probability that the chart moves higher. Again, I'm not saying it's going to do that. It could come down and test, it could bounce around and get higher. All right, that's the normal action of a chart. A chart's just like a human being. Why not? It's created by human beings. Somebody's dog died. Somebody's wife left them. Somebody's husband left them. It's a bad day. It's created by humans. So you're going to have choppiness. It's raining, it's sunny, it's Friday, it's Monday. Not everything goes straight up. But this right here is a massive clue that we're going higher. Massive clue. So this is a terrific strategy to look at. And again, you can get it all right here. And it's just handed to you on a silver platter. Anyway, sorry, sometimes I get to chat and don't answer questions. I forget. I don't see any. Any questions here about any charts or anything you might have? I'll leave this up just for a minute. And by the way, this number right here, there's only 21 stocks that qualify. That's it. Now, here, let me do this just in case somebody wants to see. Suppose, I have volume in here. I didn't know that. Okay. Suppose you want to see all stocks. So let's do that. And now there's 55 possibilities, which you're going to get all stocks. And I'll go ahead and save that. Let it kind of bake here. It needs to jiggle around a little bit and get organized. Won't take long. But now I'm looking at all stocks, which we may see some junk out there. But still, there's also going to be some good charts on there. The CBO 400 tends to be a little higher priced, maybe. So if somebody is only wanting to trade lower price stocks, that's where you would want to get into maybe looking at that all TC, all LTA, and you can adjust it so you're only looking at smaller price stocks. So we'll just see what pops up here. Here we go. Like I said, it wasn't a one-off. They come up. And what a beautiful trade. And I think I was going to say something, but I didn't finish it. Maybe I did. I can't remember. So I'm going to say it again. I know. Everybody looks at this and they want to trade that. You know what? 9 times out of 10, that's not going to work. Okay? It's just not going to work. Hey, Traders start out maybe looking for trick trades, and then what they find is they go to something that's standard that has proven to work, like a chart that's working, okay? And a way to put that is buy high and sell high. But I know after time you go to webinars and this and that and the other thing, and you hear this garbage of, well, I want to buy low. You want to become a bottom picker. Good luck with that. You want to blow your account up, you keep doing that. That doesn't work. It truly does not work. It maybe works for a long-term trader that has a lot of money, but for the short-term swing trader, a lot of money or not, this just does not work out. In the long run, it doesn't, because you have too many losses. You have too many charts that do not follow through. But if you start looking at these charts that have some follow through, then what you're doing is you're taking a chart, and I sometimes say this and it sounds crazy, but a chart that's trending will continue to trend until it's no longer trending. So don't be afraid to buy high and sell high. And the breakout might be a buy high to somebody. I see a few more have popped up. Oh, there's our deer. There's our deer popped up a little bit more. Yeah. And let's take this deer. Let's move this out of the way. What if you were to buy that? What if that was to be bought today? Now, I'm not saying it should be bought. It's not for every trader. Excuse me. But let's just see here. Let me get this out right here. I see a shoulder, a head, a shoulder. Got an inverted head and shoulder. You've got a nice trend break here. Nice. I like that. So what if we were to buy that today? So let's buy it right now, just for fun. Just for fun. For now. Maybe I will buy it, though. But I'm going to keep that as we're just show and tell. And where would you not like this chart? How about if it gets below Friday's candle? How about that? How's a 2.35 or 2.7, 2.4, round it somewhere if you want. How's that for a stop? Why wouldn't that work? Why wouldn't it? I think it would. TQQQ. Look at that, just now breaking out. What would happen if you bought that and you put a stop? And I would probably use a somewhere around 141 on here. You're right, Rickser. It will until it don't. You're exactly right, and that is part of trading. And when it don't work, like you wrote, when it works till it don't. Well, when it don't work, you don't trade it. If you enter into a trade, say several trades, and all of a sudden you're stopped out of 2 trades today or 3 trades, You know what? Maybe what it is we need to go back and evaluate the overall market. Because if you're getting stopped out of 2, 3 trades that you bought today, the odds are that the market is not moving up. The odds are the market is moving down. And that should tell you a whole lot of stuff. Like maybe stop buying. That's what that just might tell you. Trend is your friend till the end. That's right, Tex. I believe it. You don't mind me calling it Tex, do you? I truly buy into that. Yes, sir. Stop is one of your friends. Yeah. I love my friend Stop. BE, that's been on one of the hit and run candlesticks watch list for quite some time. Many people are trading it right now. And let's see, maybe into the day long. Yeah, see, it could be, but I'm not sure it would be a buy for me. But it could be. I think I would have to want to see follow through on today's candle. So say we closed right now. I don't think it'd be a buy today. I think it would be a buy on a breakout. But then again, I think like I said early on today, I'm not the guy that's going to catch it here. I'm not the guy that's going to catch it here. And I'm not the guy that's going to catch it right there. I'm not that kind of trader. I'm just not. I would rather see a little breakout. Because here we've got what looks like close to a tweezer top and a gap down. That tells me a story, and I need that story reread. I need that story to change directions. So, let's see. David there bought some BRY today based on the oil news, but setting stop is a problem. Oh, that's the easiest thing. David, ask yourself why you like the chart. This is one of the easiest things in the world. Ask yourself why you like this chart. And when you ask yourself that, remember to answer yourself. During your answer, the stop will stick out like a sore thumb. Okay? So let me show you here. First of all, I love this chart because we had a breakout, and I love this chart because we're consolidating. I love the chart because it happens to be in a 3/8 trap. I love the chart because it's a pop out of the box setup. Let me draw the pop out of the box because some of you might not know that. Right there. That's a nice pop out of the box setup. So I like the chart because it showed me I'm going to get rid of that box for right now. So I like the chart today because it showed me positive trading over Friday's candle. Ding. Ding, 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 ding. There's your answer. So where would you not like this trade? If we negated yesterday's candle. Now, there may be a question of exactly where you put your stop. So I'm going to go the simple little lazy route, and let's just use today's low. So if we were to come back and get through today's low, you would not like this chart. I'll bet you $100 bill right there. Now, there's ways to tighten that up. One of the ways that I might do that is with a 3-bar chart, what we call a 3-bar chart, which is nothing more than 130 minutes. But it breaks today's candle down into 3 bars. So right here, this is Friday's bar, last bar right here. And this is today's first bar. And that is right, isn't it? Yeah, today's first bar. This is today's second bar. So this is where our stop was, but looking at that 3-bar chart, it kind of changes that picture. Not for everybody, because some people, they can handle more risk than others. I'm not saying you can handle little risk or a lot of risk. I don't know. But looking at this chart, I think I might have to raise this up right here. And normally I would go to this candle on this chart, but I see so many touches right here. And this candle here got the first bid for me. So that might be what I use as a stop. So now let's go back to the daily chart, because I always want to go to the daily chart. That changes the stop tremendously. It's really easy to do. But the first thing you do is ask yourself why you like this chart. Why do you like it? And then answer yourself. Start with everything. And at some point, the dinging will start. And you'll go, you know what? I like this chart because, and I won't like it because. Anyway, that's how I do it a lot. Thank you, by the way. Already in LICD? Yeah, that's a nice chart. That's a great looking chart. That's buyable right now, in my opinion. Yeah, put your stop in. Hey, that's another thing too, is that, people look at this chart here and they think, oh, I missed the trade. Well, first of all, I disagree with that. And second of all, you can still buy the chart, but what happens is people start, here, let me get rid of all this. People start looking at this. Oh man, whew, my stop, too far down there. Oh my God, look how much it's gone up. Oh, I can't buy this. You have a new floor. There's your new floor right there. It broke out. That's a new floor. So your trade is only from here to here. If it starts moving down, it's not here. Unless you can handle that risk, as some people can, then you can drop down to that pivot low if that's your thing. That's not my thing. That's too much loss. My thing would be coming in here. Why do I like it? Well, I like it because it broke out. I like it because it broke out. Not only did it break out of the trap, but it broke out of these candles here. So what would happen if it started coming back through these candles? Well, let's just see what would happen. Let's paint this red. So if tomorrow we just opened up and we came back through those candles like that, is that going to make you happy? No. And if it doesn't make you happy, don't stay in it. Don't stay in it. We complicate things. One, I think we complicate things. And two, we never want to close anything because we can't possibly be wrong. Well, first of all, yeah, you can be wrong. And it's okay to be wrong. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. But you have to deal with it. Okay? CHF, look at that. I'm telling you, this is not a one-off. Look at that chart. That's a beauty. Nice $5 chart for somebody that wants inexpensive charts. 2 million shares traded. That's a nice chart. That's a real nice chart. What else did I miss in here? What is FNDU? FNDE, excuse me. Morningstar. It's doing just what we asked it to do. Yeah, I could live with that. I can live with that. Alrighty. CTRA. Nice chart. Nice pullback. Nice rounded bottom. Heading up. That looks good, Sam. I like it. A little bit to chew through there, but overall, I love the bottom. I love the turn it's making. So, here's the thing. If I can share, anybody wants to download the scanner, Malcolm, if you happen to have that link. If anyone wants to download the scanner, the first 2 weeks are free, and I would be glad to come in this room right here and help you set up this alert. And anyone from Hit and Run Candlesticks, if you don't have this alert, just ask me about it in the room later today. I'll be glad to share it with you on how to set this up, okay? So thanks, Malcolm. Any last questions here? Any last questions at all? Anyone watching FSLY, by the way? Hey, on that link, anyone that clicks on that link, what am I trying to type here? There we go. In case you don't know it, the scanner is totally free the first 2 weeks. I don't even think you had to ask for a credit card. So that's truly free. There's no upsell. There's no, man, you didn't cancel, so you're going to get charged. No, none of that. It doesn't even want your credit card yet. That FSLY, doesn't that look good? That's coming up on a real simple 3/8 trap that I have. It hasn't come up on this one yet because it's not quite broken out yet. Not quite. Close. Close. How about J&J? Look, I don't make this stuff up. I'm doing this live. I'm doing this live because I have faith in the scanner. It's $97 a month, Lorenzo. I'll tell you what, you download the scanner, if you can't cover your costs in the first week, Ed's going to slap me. Give your money back. Cancel the scanner. Ed's going to beat me up. He's probably deleting me out of here right now. Like, if you can't cover $97, yeah, there's a problem. But get my scans. I've been doing this a long time. I've built scans up the yin-yang, and I know what works and what doesn't. Use me. Use me. Look at EEM. Nice. By the way, this was a 3/8 trap right here. You know, I don't know, Lorenzo. That's something Ed's going to have to share. I don't know of. Hey, Plug is popping up. I know a couple people in Plug. Look at Plug moving up. Yes, you can. Yeah, let me show you something, Tex. I'm gonna bring up a new alert window. So for the recording here, Tex there's asking, can you build your own scans? And yes, you can. First of all, you click on this plus sign, and I just want to share with you, look at all the scans that are already pre-built, okay? And you can click on one, and there's a brief explanation down here, a brief explanation. So anyway, you click on it again if you want to, I'm clicking too fast, there we go. There are bearish, there's bullish, there's every indicator under the sun. And if you don't like anything right here, then Ed will build something for you, particular for you, okay? Yeah. Now you can't go in there and code anything. You can't do that. But there are just loads of scans already available. But if one doesn't work to suit you, then just contact Ed, and Ed will build it to suit you. So. Okay, where are we? I believe it is Sam. Yes. I don't particularly use it myself, but yes. And I do think it's a relatively new one. Maybe the last few months, maybe. Sure, Calvin, I can give you an entry. In fact, market's looking, I don't know, market's kind of soft, if you ask me, at the moment. Hey, remember that we have got a lot of earnings this week. I think I read somewhere where 30% of the market reports this week. Okay, FANG stocks report, so a lot of things can change here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to buy something here, ARKK. So ARKK is a 3/8 trap. We're just now breaking out of that. You know what? I like Fastly. When's earnings on that? 11/3. That's far enough away. I like Fastly here. So here's what I'm going to do. Okay, so you want to know about an entry, and I got to tell you, I'm not saying you're in this case, but I think there are too many traders that puts too much emphasis on an entry, and they don't pay attention to anything else. Example. I see this as being my trade world right there. This is what we call a rounded bottom breakout. And right here, the overall setup where price, and I'm not going to get into that because we don't have time, but price action, the 50 period moving average, and the 200 period moving average here. That is what we call a rounded bottom breakout. I'm looking at this trade and I see a possible 23-24% up to the 200 period moving average. And that happens to be the top target for the rounded bottom breakout. Doesn't mean it's always going to get there. That's not what I'm saying. It's just what we look at for the top target. Okay. So I'm looking at Fastly here. I'm thinking, I'm going to buy it right now. I don't need to wait. I don't need to look at a 15-minute chart. How's that going to help you? And if it does, that's great. But honestly, I think that's a pile of manure. But that's just me. So to prove my point, let's see, I've got it up. I'm going to start with December. Look at December options here. The December 45s look pretty good. I'm going to peek at January's, just quick peek. Oh, I like December's better. Just more open interest, I think. Not more, just equal open interest, and I just like it. 70 delta is what I'm going to look at, and the 45 strike. So what is that right there? So we're going to buy right now. I'm clicking on it right now. Boom. The order is in. Buying Fastly, the December 45s. There you go. That is how 780. Let me move. Whoops, wrong way, Rick. I'm going to get this up there. Didn't get right on the mid price. There we go. So I've got an order in for Fastly. So do you question you have trouble with entries? Take the 3/8 trap class because it is one of the best entries there is, in my opinion. One of the best entries. Okay. Right in there. I'm not trying to shop for a penny less or a penny more. I'm not trying to shop on an intraday chart. I'm not trying to do anything like that at all. I'm just trying to, I'm looking for my trade to go from here, which let's put this right there. Right, you know what, let's keep it, no, let's do that. I'm looking for my trade to go from this point right here higher. I'm not looking to make money on this candle today. I'm not trying to do that. That's hard stuff to do right there. That's hard stuff. And you have to have the right equipment and the right tools to do that. The scanner will do that. If you're into intraday trading, by the way, the scanner is a super tool to use for intraday. I have mine set up for daily swing trading, but it's easy to do the exact same trade setups, just crank them down to a faster time frame. That's all you do. 3/8 trap is a 3/8 trap, whether it's on a 5-minute chart or if it's on a weekly chart, doesn't matter. So, Calvin, it doesn't matter if you work during the day. The class is recorded 100%. You will get all the materials as well, and you can watch it a million times. So it doesn't matter if you're there live. It does not matter. By the way, my Fastly has filled. I'm now in Fastly, and for those of you here, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do right here. Remember I showed you this because I just bought I just bought Fastly. So what I'm going to do is send this post out to the members of Hit and Run Candlesticks. And you don't have to be in the room, by the way. You could be golfing, fishing, whatever you do. Easy chair, doesn't matter. But here's what I'm going to write. Bought FSLY. What did I buy? December calls. 45 strike. Right? Now I'm going to click send. Bing. Anybody with the app in the room, can you just confirm you received it for me? So Tim got it that fast. There you go. Okay. So Tim is asking, good question, Tim, by the way. Thank you. And then we're going to call it a day. Okay. Excellent question. Tim is asking, with earnings on November 3rd out before, okay, I think he's saying, will I be out before earnings or hold through? 99% of the time, 99.99% of the time, I am not going to hold through earnings, okay? So I'm going to be out. I can safely tell you that. I'm going to be out. So all I need for this to do is move up before earnings and make money. That's all I need to do. Now, I don't know where it's going to move up to. I can't say. I can say that until it really breaks out, we're not going to make a lot of money. I mean, there's we'll call it 3%, which means 6, 7, 8% on options. Maybe that's enough money, but I'm hoping for a little bit more. So maybe we get to this high here and then we break out a little bit. Okay. Now we're talking 11%, maybe 6%. Now we're talking 12, 15% on the options. And that puts us up right here. So that's all I need to do before earnings. Okay? So I hope that helped. NIO, we bought this morning. And let me share something with you. I don't buy a lot. NIO, we bought this morning. I'm up 13.95%. I only bought 2 contracts. And I'm going to share why I only bought 2 contracts with you. But I'm up $185 right now. I bought 2 contracts because truthfully, I was hoping, secretly, that this thing actually pulled back a little bit today. Now, it might yet pull back, maybe tomorrow, and I want to add more. Now, something else I may do, because it is broken out, and I'm very pleased with this breakout, I may add to this before the day's up. So what I did is I left a little room to add more, because I never want to put the farm on one chart. So there is a high probability I add to this actually today, looking for the 200 period moving average up here as a target, because this is a rounded bottom breakout setup, a very nice 3/8 trap setup, looking good. Tim, close, very, very close. Yes. Yeah, I try to keep it very close. You know, I'm not a, yeah, you're right. I try to keep them close. So I definitely have room to add to this. And I really was secretly hoping it would pull back, say within the first hour of the day. And I was going to add to it, but it hasn't. But another place to add is on a breakout. Remember, charts that break out have a high probability of continuing. Not that the continuation is going to be straight up. You're always going to get it to breathe a little bit. So, but with this breakout, and I have faith in this chart pattern, I do believe there's a high probability of going higher. Did not get it. Get this chart or get what I said? I don't know, Joe. AMD is one of those charts I'm following. Doggone it. Kind of busy this morning and sort of missed that one. Doggone it. Darn it. Oh well. SKLZ earlier was alerting. This is now a rounded bottom breakout. I would strongly keep this on my watch list right here. Possible trade. All right, folks, I'm going to jet. You did not get the trade. Oh, wait a minute, Joe. Now, ask me full sentences, all right? Do me a favor. So what were we talking about, NIO? Now, do you mean you did not get in the trade or you did not get the trade that I made? So help me out here a little bit. Try again. Treat me like a 3-year-old, 3rd grader. Going once? Yes. The trade. Okay, thank you. That's what I was hoping you were going to say. So Joe's saying he did not get the trade. Well, let's try this again. Let me ask you some questions, Joe. Just simple yes, no. Do you like the trade setup that we see right now? And even here, let me change today's candle. That's today's candle. Do you like the trade setup? Yes, no. I want to find out what you don't get, and I'm going to try to get to that. Yes. All right. So why not? What's there not to get? If you like the trade setup, buy it. So here's what I did. It popped up there, I don't know. I don't know exactly the stock price that I bought it at. I paid $6.45 on the option. I'm up 13.57% right now the second. I bought it somewhere around here, I think. Yeah, somewhere around there. I bought 2 contracts because I was hoping that it actually pulled back a little bit today because I was going to buy more. But that never happened, and that's okay. If we close strong today, there's a high probability that I'm going to add to this trade because I still see it going to the 200 period moving average. Now, do you get it? Does that make sense? And please, stay with me here. If you don't get that, let's take 5 more minutes and figure this out. Are you serious? That's what we're talking about? All that. Okay. I didn't send out an email, Joe. I sent out and are you talking about FSLY now? And 1 more minute, I'm out of here. We're going to call it quits. I sent out an alert on the app. If you're a member of Hit and Run Candlesticks, it's up to you to download the app. I mean, I can't download it for you, okay? So if you're a member of Hit and Run Candlesticks, download the app. It's free, it's painless, and it's worth it. Okay, it's part of the membership. All right, folks, I'm going to check out. My time is up. Ed says, get out or I'm kicking you out. Nah, he didn't say that. But I'm going to get out of here. Ed, thanks a bunch for having me here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I hope it was helpful. Remember, I'll be here next Monday at 11:45 Eastern. Bring your questions, bring your charts, bring whatever you want. I'm an open book. We'll see everybody later. Thank you so much.